Hey there, Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 54 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. Today we're going to talk about the next step in the process, and yesterday I put two steps together because I want to make sure we're done by the end of the month with respect to setting our emotional goals. We're going to talk about SMART or SMIRT goals, and our action item today, I'm going to take a sip of coffee, is to take the three, I created three goals that I want to work on, and break them down and make sure that we set them and word them in the SMART or SMIRT framework. So I made myself a little grid: goal 1, goal 2, goal 3. First one is to eliminate fear of getting what I want. The second one, and that's a long story, right? The second one is to reduce negative talk, negative self-talk, negative warnings and worry and fear, and just really watching and eliminating that and making sure the language that I use with my granddaughters and all the other people I interact with is on a more positive note. And then finally, my third is to increase love in my life. So how am I going to make those into goals that are specific, measurable, either unattainable or attainable, depending on what motivates and drives you the most? For me, I have to set giant, big, hairy, audacious goals in order to keep me motivated and moving toward them. A lot of people have to set realistic goals and goals that are attainable. They know they can get them in the time period they've set in order to keep them working toward what they want and moving forward. So do what works for you, either attainable or unattainable. Me, unattainable, but you do what works for you. And then, are they realistic? And finally, time bound. So specific, measurable, attainable or unattainable, realistic, and I mean, it's possible, it's humanly possible to do the thing, and then time bound. And then our other topic for today, and something I didn't spend a lot of time and energy on, but it's the topic of trapped emotions. And we talked about letting go and letting emotions roll through us. And the truth is, whether we are consciously aware of it or not, when we don't do that, the emotions that we don't release, that we don't let go of, they actually pick spots in our body and store themselves there. And I learned a lot about this when I had my sudden cardiac arrest, and I wish it would have been available when I was in my 20s and I was experiencing chronic pain from undiagnosable illnesses, right? I had a couple of years where I was literally bedridden because of my kidneys, my eyes, and arthritis type things, and they couldn't really pinpoint me and fit me into any category. They knew something was systemically and inflammation related, but that is as far as they could figure it out. So each of the different disciplines were treating me for how they would use the protocol and how they would help me, and it ended up being just a hodgepodge mess that made me worse than, I mean, the medications and the things that they were giving me made me worse than when I finally made the decision to take my medical care and my health into my own hands and stop taking it all, and realized that the medications were making me sick and bedridden more than what was wrong with me itself. So I'm not sure why I began that story, but we have to figure out, and I guess why I began the story is because what happens is when we have emotions that we don't let go of, and I had a whole lot of fear and anger and resentment and jealousy and all those things back then, because I was jealous of my friends that were out in their early 20s living their life, and I didn't let that anger and jealousy and frustration go. I just let it all pile up in my body. And what ended up happening is that when we have emotions we don't let go, they either go to certain parts of our body related to that emotion that we're not letting go. And Louise Hay wrote a great book on that, You Can Heal Your Life, and that was one of the first books I found that helped me heal myself. But again, that's a story for another day. But it'll either go to different areas of your life related to the thing, or it will go to and add more negative energy to something that is weakest in your body already. So for me, I had bad eyes, and it was going to my vision in my eyes, and I was getting rare eye diseases over and over and over again, or it was causing infections all throughout my whole body, or my trapped emotions. And I don't know if this is the whole root cause of it, but it definitely made my situation worse in my joints, my inflammation and inflammation was exploding all over my body. And I don't know, maybe trapped emotions are inflammation. Maybe scientists or doctors have figured that out. But whatever it was, I learned that keeping things in, bottling them up, can actually make you sick and even kill you. So that's another story for another day. Our action item today is to, if you feel like you're not letting go of emotions, just do a Google search and find out more about trapped emotions. I'll share a little bit in Guide 17 on the Get Up and Go challenge page. That's where in Unit 16 we're saving all these videos. Guide 16, they used to be called units. Guide 16, and then in Guide 17, I'm doing a write-up every day this month. And I haven't decided quite yet if I'm going to continue that next month or not, but it's been kind of fun to do it, to do a little research and then add a little write-up for each day's topic. So I'll do something about trapped emotions there. I've tweaked the process that I shared yesterday of how we would go through goal setting, and I mentioned I would probably do that because I have to do what flows with me, what works for me, and then what flows with what we're doing here in the challenge. So today, make a grid, do your SMART goals, make sure that your goals that you've set, because guess what? Increasing love in my life, that is not a measurable goal, right? Not the way it's set. It's not specific, it's not measurable, it's definitely attainable, it's realistic, and it's not time bound. Okay, by the end of the year, I want to increase the love in my life. Definitely needs a little work. So that's what I'm going to do with the 3 goals that I decided on, emotional goals, yesterday. If you need any help with any of this, if you want to ask me specific questions about my personal experience with trapped emotions and how I go ahead and alleviate them, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Have a great day.